we will have a chief minister who will not be in office. So Delhi this time will have a chief minister who cannot function as a chief minister. Is that going to impact Delhi?
Well, Karthikeya, if you look at the clear answer to the question which you've just posed, you have Lieutenant Governor as the super chief minister of Delhi. There is not much which the Chief Minister of Delhi can do on his own. Not all the departments, all the secretaries of the department, be it health, be it road and, police is already under the MHA, therefore directly under the LG. And the powers of LG have been broadened to an extent that there is literally not much which the Chief Minister of Delhi can do. It is not like, that the working in Delhi has come to a standstill only because Arvind Kejriwal is behind bars. He is a Chief Minister, but he is not holding any particular portfolio on which you can say that that this particular department of who's the real minister is the chief minister is being languished or is not able to work only because he's behind bars. There's no legal provision which prohibits him from being the chief minister even if he is behind bars. And the second part is that the LG is right now, if you ask me, the current Maibap of Delhi. So it's not like that it is only the Arvind Kejriwals of the world who will have to answer to the people of Delhi why this has not happened. I think
I don't think LG will be happy to hear about Maibap.
But that's the reality, Karthikeya. I mean, if you are the person who get to transfer the bureaucrats, if you are the person to whom all the top secretaries are answering, and you have the power to transfer and post, you are the Maibap. I mean, that's the reality.
Point taken. Let me play out the bite of Arvind Kejriwal for our viewers, Raghav Chadda. Then we'll come back and talk more on what does this mean for India Alliance. Let's play the bite.
अरे यहीं आएंगे भाई, यहीं आएंगे। स्पीच चल रही है, स्पीच चल रही है। अरे भाई साहब, मैं आप लोगों के बीच में लाखों करोड़ों लोगों का शुक्रिया करना चाहता हूँ। लाखों लोगों ने मन्नत मांगी, लाखों लोगों ने दुआएं की, आशीर्वाद भेजे, प्रार्थना की, मंदिर गए, मस्जिद गए, गुरुद्वारे गए, उन सब लोगों का मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ। इतनी बारिश में इतनी बड़ी संख्या में आए, दोस्तों, मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है। मेरे जिंदगी का एक एक पल, मेरे शरीर का एक एक कतरा, मेरे खून का एक एक कतरा देश के लिए समर्पित है। मैंने जिंदगी में बहुत संघर्ष किया है, बहुत बड़े संघर्ष किए, जिंदगी में बहुत मुसीबतें झेली हैं, लेकिन हर कदम पे भगवान ने मेरा साथ दिया। ऊपर वाले ने मेरा साथ दिया। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं सच्चा था, मैं सही था, इसलिए भगवान ने मेरा साथ दिया। इन लोगों ने मुझे जेल में डाल दिया। इन लोगों को लगा कि केजरीवाल को जेल में डाल देंगे तो केजरीवाल के हौसले टूट जाएंगे। आज मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं, मैं जेल से बाहर आया हूं, मेरे हौसले 100 गुना ज्यादा, मेरी ताकत 100 गुना ज्यादा बढ़ गई है। इनकी जेल की मोटी मोटी दीवारें, इनकी जेल की सलाखें केजरीवाल के हौसले को कमजोर नहीं कर सकती। मैं भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूं, जैसे आज तक ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को रास्ता दिखाया, ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को ताकत दी, ऐसे ही भगवान मुझे रास्ता दिखाता रहे, मैं देश की सेवा करता रहूं। और ये जितनी राष्ट्र विरोधी ताकतें हैं जो देश के विकास को रोक रही हैं, जो देश को बांटने का काम कर रही हैं, जो देश को अंदर से कमजोर करने का काम कर रही हैं, जिंदगी भर में इनके खिलाफ लड़ा हूं, आगे भी ऐसे ही लड़ता रहूंगा। भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
हम सब के लिए, पूरे आम आदमी पार्टी के परिवार के लिए आज एक बड़ा दिन है, लोकतंत्र के लिए एक बड़ा दिन है। जिस प्रकार से आज संविधान की जीत हुई है, न्याय की जीत हुई है और इस देश के सबसे बड़े न्याय के मिशन ने अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को फौरन रिहा करने का आदेश दिया है, इसके लिए हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गहराइयों से सुप्रीम कोर्ट का शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। खिसियानी बिल्ली खंबा नोचे वाली हो गई है, उन्हें हर चीज में कोई ना कोई राजनीतिक उलझन के बयानबाजी करनी है। बीजेपी को ध्यान देना चाहिए आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो निर्णय आया है और जांच एजेंसियों की निष्पक्षता को लेकर जो सवाल खड़ा किया गया, उस विषय पे भाजपा को ध्यान देना चाहिए, ना कि उनके राजनीतिक बयान देना चाहिए।
The party is pretty happy, the organization must be pretty happy. But what will be the biggest challenge for Kejriwal? Ultimately, it's a long political battle. The cases are not closed. The CBI would move in. But what's the biggest challenge for Kejriwal? And courts coming in and freeing the top brass of the party. I think it is also setting a stage that in future, any person who just gets arrested by ED on any charge will have the possibility and likelihood of getting a bail.
Well, Karthikeya, what has happened is that if you look at the verdict which has been given by Apex Court under PMLA Section 45, it made incarceration of one person for endless incarceration of an individual quite possible for the agencies. But the way, in the last 3-4 months, the Apex Court has gone after ED and saying that right to life, right to liberty, right to freedom is also sacrosanct, and they supersede the right of prosecution. And you cannot keep someone endlessly behind bars without, without proving it or proving that he's a flight risk, or whether the investigation has, progressed to a particular stage. They also said that, under Article 21, which is an extremely important article which says the right to speedy trial is also a fundamental right of an individual, and they say that the way the case is going about, the charge sheet is in more than 30,000-40,000 pages. There are approximately 400 to 500 witnesses which are going to be cross-examined and all. I mean, you're easily looking at least 4 to 5 years right now, and once Arvind Kejriwal has gotten a regular bail, and if I may add that, that the Justice Bhoyan, who's one of the 2 judges, he was also not very pleased with the kind of restriction that was placed on Arvind Kejriwal by the previous 2 judges bench. And he stopped short because of the propriety, but I think his disappointment was very, very clear about the kind of restriction which has been placed on Arvind Kejriwal. If you ask me, Karthikeya, what is the biggest plan for Arvind Kejriwal would be to fight this election in Haryana, but most importantly to make sure that he is able to retain his stranglehold over the national capital. I think that is going to be his biggest challenge, because the BJP has already started preparing for it. The Congress would be this time in a completely different game of mind, tasting success in the general elections, and also going by the way things are panning, most likely in the state of Haryana, as well as maybe in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and they are a top bet as far as Maharashtra is concerned. So the Congress will not want to play second fiddle as far as Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi is concerned, and therefore Arvind Kejriwal is seized with the matter that Delhi is going to be where his biggest challenge lies, and he'll be preparing for that. But in the meantime, I think from tomorrow onwards we'll see several rallies and road shows being done by Arvind Kejriwal in favor of his
when Kejriwal is coming out, it's such an irony that the biggest glue right now, I wouldn't say the troubleshooter, but the biggest glue of India Alliance, who emerged very organically, someone who worked quietly, Sitaram Yechuri is not there. And,
Well, yes, I mean,
and the bridge, you know, who was a bridge with the socialist, Rahul Gandhi, Congress, sometimes with the Aam Aadmi Party, very respected in the DMK quarter. And these two mercurial leaders are outside, and that old restraining hand, comrade, is not there.
well, you know, Congress, you know, Karthikeya, that problem is going to be there. But, you know, if you look at the India alliance, you know, it is not like it's an alliance, it's an adhesive which is binding every single party. You know, if you look at the South, you know, the DMK and other parties, they are very happy to do an alliance with the Congress party because they know that the Congress is not a threat to their existence in the state of Tamil Nadu or in any other state. But if you shift that thing to Uttar Pradesh, say for example, you know, now we know that Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi have great chemistry, a camaraderie, they talk to each other and they prefer to keep their line of communication open to avoid any kind of confusion. But Arvind Kejriwal, you know, Akhilesh Yadav will not cede an inch to Rahul Gandhi because, you know, if you already a lot of daggers drawn at who will get a number of seats in the 10 bypolls which are going to take place very soon. So these regional parties are also acutely aware of the fact that, you know, fighting national election is all right, but when it comes to these assembly election, it is going to be a completely different gig. And that is the reason why I think, you know, Aam Aadmi Party was not willing to wait for longer because they know that, I mean, you know, they're not that big a player. They know that they're fighting to make sure that they open or, you know, make their entry as far as Haryana is concerned. But I think the Congress has a clearly upper hand. And I honestly don't think that, you know, barring Maharashtra where the three parties which are there, they know that if they're united we succeed, divided we fail, kind of a scenario in Mahavikas Aghadi. I don't think that any other regional party is going to give a space to the Congress party. Whether
running short of time. I'm really running short of time, Brijesh. I'm really running short of time. It was a big day, big evening. Arvind Kejriwal has come out. A lot of challenges for Arvind Kejriwal. Lot of challenges for Delhiites also because they will have a chief minister but a non-functional one. A lot of challenge for Congress party in Haryana and a lot of challenge for Bharatiya Janata Party because their arch nemesis in context of the local elections, the gentleman, is out and he knows where the proof of pudding is. Thank you all of you, but don't go away. I'll be back soon with my own show, On Point, in few minutes.
Who am I?
Nobody can crack that mystery.
There is a certain expectation of me.
That's the only contradiction.
Life itself is stranger than fiction.
I was a perfectly normal person born in an abnormal world.
I really didn't understand